Eurocrats have turned on Brussels' Brexit negotiations and have warned they may reject a deal. Brexit negotiations are still ongoing despite being less than a month before the transition period ends on December 31. Talks are gridlocked over fishing, governance and the so-called level playing field. Last night, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen spoke with Prime Minister Boris Johnson. The two agreed to continue trade negotiations in a bid to secure a deal. Following the phone call, Ms. von der Leyen told the EU Parliament, "I had a constructive and useful phone call with Prime Minister Boris Johnson. We discussed the major, unsolved topics. Our negotiation teams have been working day and night over the recent days and despite the exhaustion after almost 1 year of negotiations, and despite the fact that deadlines have been missed over and over, we both think that it is responsible at this point in time to go the extra mile. We have accordingly mandated our negotiators to continue the talks and to see whether an agreement can be reached even at this late stage. The negotiations will continue here in Brussels." However, her comments have been met with criticism from MEP Bernd Lange, who said it was irresponsible and bitter. Sharing Ms. von der Leyen's tweet, Mr. Lange tweeted, "Irresponsible and bitter. How can citizens and businesses 18 days before end of the transition period be subjected to this uncertainty? Furthermore, secret negotiations far from any democratic control. Serious ratification is becoming increasingly impossible. Unworthy gain." Last week, Mr. Johnson said a no-deal Brexit would be wonderful for the UK. He said, "Unfortunately, there are two key things where we just can't seem to make progress. I've got to tell you that from where I stand now it is looking very, very likely that we will have to go for a solution that I think would be wonderful for the UK, and we'd be able to do exactly what we want from January." As negotiations continue to remain gridlocked, Ms. von der Leyen has taken over Michel Barnier's EU negotiation team. She said, "Positions remain apart on fundamental issues. Our negotiators are working. One way or another in less than 3 weeks it will be new beginnings for old friends." Today, the Commission President said the architecture of a deal is in place and negotiators are on the very last line.